Welcome to another edition of Backstage Pass, powered by the Sports Guys Podcast, with your host, Brandon Morrell.
Hey guys, gals, this is Bottomland, and you're listening to Grand Slam of Music, Sports, and Entertainment. It's the award-nominated Backstage Pass podcast with Brandon Morrell on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area broadcasting network.
Tune into the show on iHeartRadio podcast and the sportsguyspodcast.com and thwn.org.
And welcome inside the Backstage Pass. Of course, busy day leading up to hopefully being at Country Radio Seminar coming up in March. This is the time of the year always the countdown begins to if we're allowed to be there again. And it looks like we're going to be able to make our way to Nashville, Tennessee, of course, coming out there too. KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area broadcasting network, and our friends at iHeartRadio Podcast and the Sports Guys podcast.com. And, of course, out there, too. I still say it because it's out there. Happy New Year to everybody, too, because we're just a few weeks into it now. And, of course, got a hold of one of the big bands out there doing their things and touring. And, of course, the brand new record, Bottomland, is across all the digital streaming platforms. Pleased to welcome the guys to the show here with us. Of course, it's Cannon and, of course, Justin, the group Bottomland. What's going on, guys?
What's going on, man?
Not much, man. Just hanging out.
That's what we're doing. Like I said, on a typical kind of dreary. I know the weather, man, here in Texas is supposed to get really bad and nasty coming up this weekend too. So I encourage everybody, if they're on the roads, do it with caution. And I know for you guys, busy sound checking studios, and of course, touring's about to begin again, right?
Oh yeah, man. We're actually we're sitting outside of a venue right now in Fort Worth that we're playing at tonight. We actually, with that weather rolling in, we ended up having to cancel our show on Saturday out in Lubbock because it's going to be pretty nasty out there. And safety's number one all the time. So
yeah, us and everybody else. Everybody's Saturday show is done for, unfortunately. But we're playing today and tomorrow, so hopefully tomorrow works out fine. It should. So
I think it'll be fine too as well. Everybody just take extreme caution, get those groceries, stay indoors, and of course, if you don't have to be on the roads, don't be out there in traffic and the crazy weather. Hey, talk about your story. And Cannon, I'll start with this too, because it's really cool, man, how the fact that you guys could put out this debut album. But give me a little backstory of how you guys met, came together to form this thing called Bottomland.
So I started learning guitar when I was 7, I think. Yeah. And then started gigging at like 14, 15. The guys in the band, I've known them for like 10 whole years. And they've always been my band and now our band. The great dudes, talented dudes. I met Justin like 6.5 years ago. We got put, and also Justin's been doing it a long time as well. He wasn't too far behind me, but we got put on a song swap together in Conroe, Texas. He was living in Cut and Shoot at the time, and I was living in Willis. So Conroe is like this kind of center hub, and I don't know how we didn't meet earlier. Like, it's really weird that we didn't, but we got put on this song swap together, and he killed it. And I was just like, man, this dude is good. Man, I think he's about my age or something. We should probably be friends, And so we kind of were after that and started writing songs together and playing shows together and doing that for many years. But we were obviously solo artists like Justin Lane Gates and Cannon Brand for a while. So we were really just best friends and like creative friends. And we didn't, we teamed up sometimes, but not all the time. But when we did, it was always like, we always got a better song, or we always had a better show or whatever, So Justin had tossed the idea of the duo around a couple of times through the years. I just think it like wasn't the time yet or something, but we kind of, I don't know, we literally disappeared from the music scene entirely for like over a year. Cause we were just working, man. We had things to take care of and bills to pay. And we were just doing what we felt like we had to do. And, one day I called him up. It's a story for another time, but a lot of things were going on in my life, and I I just lost interest in my job, just all kinds of changes happening around me, and I missed music, and called him up, and kind of turns out he was feeling the same way. So, we just kind of took all of our experiences that we've had over the last many years and tried to figure out what we wanted to do and not do. And, you know, we wanted to have something different, something unique. We wanted to launch it strong. You know, we focus on the socials and do good content. And of course, the songs are the most important part. But you got anything to add to that?
That's about it, man. We've been going crazy for the last year, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Running around like chickens with our heads cut off. I'm
That's what
sure.
it feels like every day. Hey, and that leads me to, I mean, the debut album, congratulations, just came out there early part of December of last year. Hard to believe we're still saying last year, but
Yeah.
you know, at the same time, looking back at it, I mean, this year, the hard work is, I always say when I built this brand, you know, 7 years ago, and I look back on my journey, it's kind of the same journey as, you know, singer-songwriters out there. It does take a lot of years. You know, Nashville's that 10-year town. Texas can be a 10-year state for artists because there's so much, you know, talent out there. Country music is saturated with a lot of great artists out there trying to, you know, be the next breakout duo or a band or a solo artist. Talk about just that journey of that hard work paying off, and now really, you know, an accumulation now of this full-length record.
We got real lucky. I guess it was now not 2025. It was 2024 whenever we got lucky with Over You Over It, I believe. Or maybe,
Well, end of 24 we made the band.
Yeah.
Early 25 is when things started. Yeah.
yeah, we had a.
So it's been almost a year since that happened.
Yeah, we had a viral moment, and it kind of launched this thing and gave us a little kind of a push, you know, to really chase this thing. And we ended up signing our first record deal, and we think that was a great move. We were able to cut the full length record, and I want to say it was like 6 months. We had a record done. It was pretty quick. We were grinding it out, still touring all across the country last year, and hopefully well, we already are. We got some dates all the way out in Washington and North Carolina and stuff like that. And you know, we're not scared of hard work. We've always worked hard to pay bills and stuff coming up before the music thing. So it was nothing really new to us to be working hard and grinding things out. And we're pretty excited with everything that's going on.
Yeah, I mean, we built a really good team around us from the very beginning, and that made all the difference in the world, you know. And not like he's saying, not only we're not afraid to wear a bunch of hats and be grinding it out, but you know, we've also gotten to the point now where we're finally getting to delegate some things out to some amazing team members, and you know, it's the stress is turning into more fun, you know. I mean, just the last half of the year in particular, we started to kind of get there, you know, and we developed a really good system and a really good live show, good equipment, good whatever, you know. I think we've, you know, been doing the right things the last year, so it is crazy to see it pay off. Of course, you know, we would have never expected what happened in the beginning of last year, and we just tried to do our absolute best with it, you know, not let it go, and keep doing what we were doing. And yeah, it really has started. I mean, we're just super grateful. Like I said, especially the last couple months, I feel like we're really starting to see the fruits of the labor, I guess you could say, you know. So
that's the beauty of it too. When you do see those fruits of the labor, and like I said, hard work just pays off. I always tell people, don't give up on your dream. I'm doing the same thing here with this radio brand, this radio show. Keep persisting. If it's something you love as much as anybody else or more, perseverance is that key out there. Again, Bottomland here on the Backstage Pass. Hope you know it's the title track of the debut album. Here it is, KYBN 98.1. Your Bay Area Broadcasting Network, iHeartRadio podcast, and powered by the Sports Guys podcast.com. More to come. Stay tuned.
It's been a few weeks since your name came up on my phone screen. I guess you finally removed me. I don't know where you are, what you're doing, or who you've been with. It's got me laying here wondering. I hope you know that you can call me when you're lonely. It's okay. days till you make your way right back here to me.
I heard you moved back to Austin, traded dirt for the concrete, bright lights down 6th Street. I talked to Jesus a lot more lately. He could throw the damn book at me, but you're still all I see. I hope you know that you can call me when you're lonely. It's okay. I hope you're doing good without me. You know where I'll be, right here, missing you, counting the days till you make your way right back here to me. You can use me, you already haunt me. I just wanna feel like I want it again. I hope you know that you can call me when you're lonely. It's okay. I hope you're doing good without me. You know where I'll be, right here, missing you, and counting the days till you make your way right back here to me.
Hey guys and gals, this is Megan Lindsay, and you're listening to the award-nominated Backstage Pass on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area broadcasting network, and on iHeartRadio podcast. Stream the show anytime on thwn.org and at thesportsguyspodcast.com.
Are you looking to increase your online presence? Are you searching for a new logo or company branding? Have you been considering more ways to reach the world with your business, ministry, or church's message? Barkley Music and Media is an award-winning design company that utilizes the latest technology while keeping the integrity of over 30 years of customer service. Web design, graphic design, multimedia, video editing, voiceover, commercials, logo design and branding, photography, and much, much more. See portfolios and testimonials online at www.barkleymusicandmedia.com or contact them today at 502-382-8299. Barkley Music and Media, your connection for the best in multimedia. Call today, 502-382-8299, or go to www.barkleymusicandmedia.com. Barkley Music and Media, integrity, technology, and design. www.barkleymusicandmedia.com.
Howdy, y'all. This is recording artist Neil McCoy, and you're listening to a grand slam of music, sports, and entertainment. That's where I come in. It's the award-nominated Backstage Pass podcast on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area broadcasting network. Stream the show anytime at thesportsguyspodcast.com and on iHeartRadio podcast. You can also stream at thwn.org.
And back here on the show again, Bottomland here again, Justin, and of course Cannon joining us here on the Backstage Pass, the award-nominated show on iHeartRadio podcast. Now, you know, you mentioned how much just the streams have taken over, and you guys building social media, putting out great content. You know, to me, this song really sets the tone for this record, Cannon, and I really feel like, you know, when you get hooked on one song, it's just going to make people, you know, push that button to keep listening to a record, and this song did it for me, man.
Yeah, well, hey, thanks. It's funny that's the two that you kind of focused on, because it's like Over You Over It was my experiences fueled that song, and Hope You Know was Justin. So all right.
Me and Cannon went through similar situations about 2 years apart from each other, and I was down in the dumps one day. I wanted to write something, and I ended up writing "Hope You Know," and I brought it over to Cannon and showed it to him. This was like 2 years before we went and cut it or anything.
Yeah.
I'd been sitting on this song, and whenever we decided we were going to put Bottomland together, Cannon had already wrote "Over You Over It," and we knew that we were going to cut that, but we wanted to finish "Hope You Know." And the plan from the very beginning was to announce Bottomland as a duo and a band that was going to be happening. And then we ended up having "Over You Over It" take over, and we were going to put out, it was supposed to be "Hope You Know" coming out first, and then the people spoke and wanted "Over You Over It." So
"Hope You Know" is the second song that ever came out.
Yeah.
So, yep.
That's a cool thing too. And you mentioned about over 2 million streams and still counting for "Over You Over It," which we're going to play here in just a second. But that one, to see the momentum there too, and of course that really kind of matriculate to the live shows and the fans come out singing those words back to you guys. You mentioned that was the first one to cut there. I mean, a special song for "Over You Over It." Congrats on all those streams.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, it's been definitely crazy to see people like only knowing the words to that one to like everybody knowing the words to everything on the record now. That's cool. I mean, that's probably the coolest thing about the record finally being out, is these songs we've been playing for a year. Everybody gets to hear them now, so that's incredible.
What's it been like for you guys to just see this kind of, we mentioned kind of just progress, but at the same time, you're already great songwriters in your own right, but you're getting your chance to now write with acclaimed writers who I've talked to here on the show, Troy Cartwright, Travis Denning, Chase McDaniel, a lot more with this record, and just taking your talents into those acclaimed writers' positions, and to see it just really kind of take off. It has to be kind of mind-blowing to work with artists like that, right?
Yeah, for sure, man. Chase McDaniel is one of our favorite guys to write with, man. He's a hell of a writer. Troy Cartwright, that was just super cool to see.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, just taking there's two sides to it that are awesome. Like one is getting to work with people like that and expanding on what we have been doing, and then also it's been pretty cool and validating to see some of these songs we wrote a long time ago end up on this record, and people love them too, so it's like, hey, we did have something back then, it just had to get there,
Yep.
I love this song here too. It's Bottomland, the Backstage Pass. We talked about it there too, surpassing over 2 million streams. And guess what? It's still counting. Over You, Over It. Here it is, 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network, KYBN. Stay tuned. More to come.
Walked in the liquor store the other day, said hi to old Miss June. I hadn't seen her in a while, and she asked me about you. I told her things just didn't pan out and flashed her half a smile. I grabbed my usual off the shelf, first time I thought of you in a while. Yeah, it's been a while. It's funny the way life keeps on moving, foot down on the gas. You think you got it all figured out, you make plans and God just laughs. I'd like to think I'm doing better, whatever that means to you. Maybe I'll stay right here forever, maybe I'll find somebody new. You don't steal my every thought, but I still hurt sometimes. I finally sold that ring I bought. Yeah, I'm getting by, I'm over you, but I'm not over you. I'm not over you.
finally got my new promotion, just like we talked about. Why I can't put my finger on it, but I think I might step down. I still hang with the same few buddies, been staying out too long. They all say that I got lucky, but I still feel like it's all wrong. Baby, where did we go wrong? You don't steal my every thought, but I still hurt sometimes. I finally sold that ring I bought. Yeah, I'm getting by, I'm over you, but I'm not over it. I'm not over it. I don't hate who you used to be, but I sure hate what you did to me. You don't steal my every thought, but I still hurt sometimes. I finally sold that ring I bought. Yeah, I'm getting by, I'm over you. Yeah, I'm over you, but I'm not over it. No, I'm not over it. It ain't over yet. I'm not over it.
What's up, Farm Flops? This is recording artist Hastings, and you're listening to the best in music, sports, and entertainment. It's the Backstage Pass with Brandon Morell on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network. Stream the show anytime on the sportsguyspodcast.com and on thwn.org. You can also stream on iHeartRadio podcasts. You're going to be glad you did.
Is your home or business in need of a fresh look? Right Flow Pressure Washing and Lawn LLC is more than just pressure washing, providing professional cleaning for homes, commercial buildings, parking lots, roof cleaning, gutter cleaning, and so much more, including lawn service and landscaping. Our mission here at Right Flow is to exceed the needs of all our customers while providing all of our services at an affordable rate. We're committed to going above and beyond where the job is done right. Give your property the care it deserves. Call Right Flow today at 409-363-2565 or go to rightflowwashandlawn.com.
Hey guys and gals, this is recording artist Don Barnes with 38 Special, and you're listening to a grand slam of music, sports, and entertainment. It's the award-nominated Backstage Pass podcast with Brandon Morell on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network. Tune into the show on iHeartRadio Broadcast and on the sportsguyspodcast.com and at thwn.org.
And back here on the show again, that acclaimed single right there, Over You, Over It. Again, joining us here, Bottomland, on the Backstage Pass, Cannon and Justin here too. Hey, I wanted to ask you about one on the record too I love so much, which was just a fun song to have a lot of fun with, Hot Shot. This had to be fun to make in the studio, and at the same time, man, lyrically, this was really good.
Well, that's very crazy that you say that, because we wrote that song when we were 18.
Yeah.
We wrote that one so long ago, and we actually had cut it. What was that, 22?
Yeah.
We cut Hot Shot, and it had been out since 2022. So whenever we decided we were going to put it out as a single, there was a lot of people that were commenting. They're like, I've been listening to this song since y'all put it out as Justin Langates and Cannon Brand.
Yeah, it was on my record, and Justin sang on it, and a lot. But obviously that was before the days of Bottomland. But yeah, our label was excited about that song and wanted it as a single, wanted it on the record. And I mean, it's just literally one we wrote while we were both driving trucks for a living. That's it, like, and yeah, it is fun. It's the more honky tonker of the group probably, and it's kind of, it's a niche song, I guess, but it's also like fun enough where everybody can enjoy type thing. I think that was kind of the goal for it,
We were not expecting the reactions for Hot Shot that we got. People really do enjoy that song, it seems like, and
Yeah.
it made us feel good about it.
When you look at all the great Texas artists kind of doing their thing out there too, some of them like Aaron Watson and Kevin Fowler, and I mean just all the guys you guys probably. I mean, I'm from Beaumont, Texas, down here, so knowing Conroe very well and knowing all the different venues down here too, which is like you got your Tracy Bird, Mark Chestnut Country down here, Clay Walker, and so growing up listening to the guys like that and those Texas artists that I named, some of those guys never had to or still don't have to even really leave the state to get those solid shows on the books. But it just goes to tell you, man, if you get some great songs out there, and as you guys talk about just the idols you grew up listening to, some of them might be those names, but at the same time, Texas country fans, they flock to those shows.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Justin was a little earlier into the Texas country game than me, and the knowledge of all those guys. Yeah, I was a little late to the party, but once I got into it, I was into it as well. I mean, for me personally, man, I grew up listening to literally everything. Like I mean, obviously country was always a big part of it, but so was rock too. I mean, everything from Green Day and Blink-182 and Foo Fighters to your classics, George Strait, stuff like that. And then later on, I started learning about guys like Cody Johnson and Randall King and Roger Krager. And, I could, the list goes on, right? There's too many to say, but the amount of those type of people that we've gotten to be around or meet or open for, or, even become friends with this year has been insane.
Yeah.
But
just phenomenal names there too, and like I said, always great acts to watch there. Let's talk about Drunk Words, Sober Thoughts off the record here too. Let's get a little backstory on that one.
Yeah, so gosh, I was probably around the same time that we wrote Hot Shot. I wrote that song with Cody Hibbard, which I don't know if you know Cody. He's a good guy. We kind of all came up. I mean, he's from Oklahoma. Well, not originally, but he's basically from Oklahoma. But he ended up kind of making his name around our area, really, And so I had kind of become friends with him along the way, and he was real supportive of me, and is still supportive of us now, But I wrote that with him. And I think Justin always liked that song too. Yeah, the label ended up asking us to recut it for this record, and I'm really glad that we got the chance to do it again, and number one, to do it with Justin, because the old one was just me. But
it's starting to get some momentum on streams, and people are always commenting. If you ask them what their favorite song is, there's always some Drunk Words, Sober Thoughts comments in there.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, that was, as far as backstory, that was just about, it was pretty well a true story. I barely remember the specifics of it from back then, but I know it was about, drinking and starting to fight, and you know how it goes, like that. And we just wanted to make, I mean, it's not a new concept. We just wanted to make something a little different, about that situation. So.
No, it's a great song, like I said, and again, those words resonating with fans out there too. Hey, talk about just those big time shows and the festivals. You mentioned becoming friends with a lot of those artists that I mentioned there too, from Texas country and Nashville and all over the place, but a lot of these festivals and big time shows. And then recently, I know it was the Colby Cooper, who I've had her on the show, who did the Love You Goodnight tour, and joining him as kind of the support act out there too. And I'm sure just learning so much from those guys that have been doing it now for a while and have been established and understand the business, understand the industry, and got to be fun to get out there and just step on stage with those guys, right?
Yeah, man. I think probably my favorite run that we made last year was with Colby, but we also we spent, it was, I want to say it was about 8 or 9 shows with the Wilder Blue, and we learned a lot from those guys. I mean, we're still learning from those guys every time we're around them, and it really boosted us in putting on a really good and professional show just by spending a lot of time with those guys. We played a few shows with Casey Donahue, and we always have a great time playing out there on those shows. But yeah, all three of those groups there, I mean, that's some of the guys that we were looking up to as kids coming up: Zane Williams, Colby, and Casey.
Yeah, I mean there's that side of it's definitely been cool, especially when we've gotten to do multiple shows with people, and then we've had some freaking amazing one-offs too, like at the Station Fest with Zach Top and El Langley and Corey Kent, and Colby was there too, right? Yeah, and yeah, we did one with Ty Myers this year. I mean Tracy Bird,
Yeah,
which is crazy, like
that was really cool.
and the list goes on. It's just been yeah. I mean, it's nothing short of incredible, man. It's exciting.
No doubt too. Hey, let's talk a little bit about "Addicted To," which is off the debut record there too, and love this one. And I'm sure the fans have talked about it too, or at least told me about it. They enjoy listening to it too at the same time. And another great one of those songs that hits home because we can all resonate with that one.
Yeah, man. There's only 2 love songs on the record, and we're very lucky to be pitched that song. I think we got pitched that song. It was early whenever we had got it.
Yeah.
Before I don't even think the record was halfway done. We just immediately fell in love with it and started playing it at shows. Big fans of Travis Denning, so that was super cool to get a song that he had a part of writing, and the fans they really love it, and we're grateful for that.
We had a feeling that it might hit pretty well with some people, and we're glad that it did. And I love the version we came up with, and yeah, love that song.
I know one of those names you mentioned, Ella Langley, and right behind her, this great female class right now too. That's just killing it. Lainey Wilson and so many others kind of doing their thing out there. Talk to me about a little bit about the ladies you mentioned there too, meeting Ella and just the ride she's been on. But there's others, Mae Estes and Priscilla Block and all these other great ladies right behind her, Hannah Ellis, who are the next breakout stars. Megan Maroney in there too as well. What's that like to see, just being guys in the country music industry, but finally getting seeing the females kind of have their due diligence out there too, and seeing them make a little bit of the headwaves a little bit.
I mean, it's awesome, man. I mean, we're all for it. It's just, I mean, I don't even know how to describe how cool it is. You mentioned Priscilla Block too. We skipped over her on accident. We played with her as well, and we really love her and her camp of people, and so hopefully we get to see her more this year.
Yeah, big fans of everything that Priscilla's doing right now.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll tell you that 90s country sound starting to make a little bit comeback. I was in Franklin for an event last week doing something up there to support an artist who I'm working with right now too. And looking back, I walked into an old record store that still had some vinyls in there too. And I think I spent probably a good hour in there and walked out with another 2 or 3 for my collection. How big are you guys on the 90s country sound coming back? You mentioned Zach Top, Randall King, guys that are really trying to showcase that. But, vinyl records. Now it seems like everybody's starting to put out a little vinyl to come back for their various projects they have,
Yeah, it's our vinyls are in the works, so we're excited about that, number one. And then we've always been big 90s country fans and always will be. It's not our particular sound that we are exactly after, but we freaking love it. We've done that kind of thing in the past, but man, there's not people like you said, Zach Top, and then we actually just got to know Jake Worthington really well, and nobody's doing it better than them, so we'll leave the 90s to them.
Yeah, I think Jake Worthington is doing the 90s sound justice. He's absolutely killing it. He's total pro, man.
They all are. They are great songs too. Again, let's talk about "By My Side" off this record too, which again, Bottomland joining us here on the Backstage Pass. Another one of those great songs that goes right into "Losing My Mind" off this record too. But that was a really cool a song there too, to kind of get that flavor out there with country fans. "By My Side."
Yeah, that's another really old one. I think I was 17 or 18 when I wrote that. I wrote it with a friend of mine, James Land, out of the Texas scene. And I think I wrote that on over the phone with him while I was in Colorado, which was weird. But yeah, Justin always liked that song. I think he would even play it at his shows sometimes. And it just been the song that was hanging around, and one day he brought it up.
I think we were sitting in the studio cutting. I don't know. I think we were cutting. It was like our 3rd time back in the studio, and we're like, "What else are we gonna put on this record?"
Mhm.
And we were just sitting there thinking about it. And I was like, dude, we should play By My Side on this record. I think it'd be cool. And Cannon was immediately on board with that.
Yeah.
And the whole band has been playing that song with Cannon for years and years. So everyone was on board with it. And I think we changed it up enough from its original version, man. It's just awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm so glad it made it on there. One of, one of the few love songs on the record, from a different time. But
Definitely from a different time. I love again your sound, man. How do you guys work on arrangements for songs when it comes to who's going to sing which part? I love the harmonies because you can hear the different harmonies within your voices too.
Most of the time, it's just pretty natural. We can kind of tell whose voice is going to fit better where. And then there's other songs where it's like, hey, I want to sing this part. All right, cool. You sing that part then.
yeah, I mean, 98, 99% of the time, it just naturally happens. Like like you said, we just know,
we also
we've just been singing together a long time. Both of us can do most of what the other person can do, but we also have our strengths, right? But it's a definite, like, it's a really good thing because, hopefully this doesn't happen much, and it really hasn't this year, but we have picked up each other's slack when somebody's sick, or, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I'm actually feeling okay right now. I've been really sick the last couple days, and if I needed him to, he could have my back and we could get the show done, so, like, that's a big advantage. So
all right, we got to talk about the road questions out there too. I love it. Camaraderie as a band, so important out there to do things outside of just being in a band, but places to eat, things on the road, fun things to do when not on stage. Where do you like to hang out? Where do you like to go eat at?
Man, we have such a big variety of appetites and what people crave. We almost never eat Mexican food, which I like Mexican food, but the band is worried that they may not last on stage if they eat Mexican show. Man, I don't know. It's always something different. We're all down for barbecue until we're not.
yeah, I mean, we of course there's a lot of the just time constraint fast food crap that you have to do, but we like to find a good local place to sit down. We definitely love going to go eat, and we might kick a ball around. We might play some dice if we have the time. We might go see what's going on in town, especially if we have a couple days off between some shows or something. We'll go see what we can see.
One of the craziest things we did last year is we played in Arkansas, and we had to be in Park City, Utah. The next, it was like 4 days from then.
3 days later.
So it was like, all right, we could go home, but we're just gonna go home and sleep for about 5 or 6 hours, get back in the van, and go all the way to Utah. So instead, we just left Arkansas and cut across to Ouray, Colorado. Not really on the way, but we made it that way. So we got to spend, I think it was a full day in Ouray, and then we went to Moab, Utah on the way to Park City. And we've been to Moab twice since last year, just playing in Utah a couple times. And that's one of our favorite places to stop. It's like driving into Mars.
Yeah. I mean, we're still, but I think we've done well. We're still learning about, the road and how to handle it the best way and have some fun along the way and all that, but, I mean, we've all been friends for so dang long, it's generally pretty easy. We do a lot of laughing and a lot of cutting up in here, and, yeah, so.
That's a good thing. And tell stories, and like I said, learn about each other a little bit more. I was going to ask you about hobbies away from music and things like that, whether it's, I guess, with a band or outside of that or individually. What else do you kind of get into with hobbies? So watching sports. I know some people have different college teams or pro teams they pay attention to. What do you like to do for fun when not doing music?
I mean, man, I think we've both calmed down a little bit over the last couple of years, where we like to be at home and be with the family too, when we can, but we still get out. I mean, we still get out, see live music, all that we can. We're big duck hunters. Me personally, I am not a sports guy. It's probably the least the least manly thing about me. I do not give a crap about any sport. I just do other things. Justin's
He's too antsy. He can't just
can't
sit
sit
still
still.
and watch a game.
Yeah.
He actually can't sit still at all.
Hmm.
He's struggling right now. But I just whenever we're not on the road, I take care of our online sales for merch. But I've got a little girl at home, so that's pretty much my life. Whenever we're not on the road, is I'm just being a dad, hanging out.
It's the best feeling, I can tell you. Daughter, being a dad, like I said, out there too, and having fun with it too, because I'm very much involved with mine. Coach pitch, like I said, the little league stuff out there, and she did soccer and all kind of stuff. So it's pretty cool. Get a chance to be a dad, and mine's almost 6 years old. How old's your little girl?
She just turned 1 at the end of December. So
the best stages are coming. I'm telling you, man. The hard work's almost done.
Yeah, she just got her first tooth, and she should be walking about next week. So.
All right, there you go. It's learning those little steps through life, no doubt about it, too, at the same time. Well, I tell you what, love this record, man. Love the story, too. It's awesome to see two guys just come together for the same purpose, same goal, and same passion. A lot of cool things in store for 2026. I want to ask you about that as we kind of exit out here on the show today, too. What are you most looking forward to now that the momentum, the album's out, and now the touring's back, and, of course, just other cool things for 2026? Talk to me about that.
Man, I would say just keeping the tour going all year long and staying busy, man, writing songs and keeping the fans happy. We're towards the end of 2025, we started seeing a change in our headline shows. At the beginning of 2025, if we didn't really look forward to playing headline shows because there would either be nobody there or there might be 1 or 2 people there.
And maybe 40 max.
So towards the end of 2025, we saw a real turnaround in that, and we started seeing closer to 100, 200.
Yeah.
I think it was our second to last show of the year. We had a turnout of about 500 people at a show, and that was awesome, man. It was insane.
Yeah, I'll second that and say, man, yeah, lots of headlines coming up, even some headlines on some festivals. Lots of great festivals coming up this year. Have an announcement for y'all. First quarter of the year, kind of an expansion of our team, I guess you could say. It's all good things. We're really excited. So
I'll tell you what, it's excitement builds and breeds that too at the same time, and love the story. And you got a good lady, Natalie Blakely. Let me throw some props out there too. Awesome to work with too. We've done some amazing shows with her out there too. So having her on your team is fantastic. And they're like I said, raising some cane out there too at the same time. Bottomland, Justin Cannon joining us here. The Backstage Pass. Make sure you guys go download and stream the music out there too. Guys, appreciate you being with us, and continued success going forward. And I'd love to talk to you guys anytime here on the show to promote your brand and all the great music out there.
Hell yeah, man. Thanks for having us.
Got it. 2 of the best out there, Bottomland. Make sure you guys go check them out across all these social media platforms. We're back with more great shows. KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network, and iHeartRadio podcast, and also anytime out there too, the sportsguyspodcast.com. We'll see you soon. God bless. Take care from all of us here at the Backstage Pass.
Hey y'all, this is Nashville recording artist Shaylin, and you're listening to the award-nominated Backstage Pass on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network.
Hey y'all, this is Ashlyn Kraft, and you're listening to the award-nominated Backstage Pass on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network. You can also listen on iHeartRadio podcasts and at the sportsguyspodcast.com.